Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we are in the Cheshire. What was previously a support cruiser kind of received a buff in these recent weeks with the carriers. It turns out Cheshire, incredibly powerful anti-aircraft armament on this thing. Pretty much one of the top tier AA guns, AA defenses in the game, meaning that her previous role as a support cruiser is now even more extended. We went ahead and did a kind of a rebuild on her, changed out some of the modules, changed out some of the commander skills into a build that really does focus on the AA, but doesn't sacrifice too much, just in case you get caught up in matches that don't have any airplanes in them. But given that she's tier 6, that means she can come up against both the tier 5 carriers and the tier 7 carriers, so she does have a pretty solid chance of seeing some aircraft combat. Anyways, before we get into the video, let's go ahead and talk about comment of the day. Comment of the day goes out to someone who leaves a comment on one of our previous videos. Today's comment of the day goes out to Harold Skinner. He says, would love to hear your POV on the best to worst by tier by class. And let me tell you, I can't tell if you're joking or if you're being serious. But if you're being serious, let me tell you, the whole rest of the best and worst series is laid out just like that. We go ahead and focus on ships and tiers by class and the best and worst. Usually we do only focus on the tech tree ships, just because those are the ships I have unlocked. I don't have every single premium, and I don't want to pass judgment on things I don't own. Also, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful shoot down. 6 airplanes, that whole squadron just got wiped, and I don't think that aircraft carrier will know what's going to be hitting him throughout this. Speaking of which, for you flat top commanders out there, we have some new merch. It's available now up in the shop. It is our repeating camo design, our repeating flat top design. I'll go ahead and put that up. I like it. I mean, I designed it, so that's why I like it, but I think it looks really good. Last thing I want to talk about before we really start talking about the build and such, go ahead and if you have Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, and they are giving away free stuff every single month for the next 6 months in this game. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I'll have a sign-up link down below. It's an affiliate link, so if you go ahead and sign up, I do make a little extra money from it, and thank you so much. But I'm pretty sure every single person at this point has tried or does have Amazon Prime, so I'll go ahead and also leave the link to the Twitch page down below where you're able to redeem and get, for this month, a free big winter crate, which, hey, I'm never going to scoff at free stuff from this game. Go ahead, pick that up. Anyways, Cheshire, we're already into this match. As you can see, we started off kind of on the weak side, so this match is going to be all about just trying to hold our ground and trying to survive. Cheshire, of course, not exactly the strongest cruiser. It is a support cruiser. It is meant to be in the back lines, so it is kind of rough in this game because we can't really play too aggressive. We don't have the armor to really stand up to being aggressive, so we're going to try to stay in the back lines, try to be supportive, pick our shots, and when we see planes, rush over and try to assist with shooting them down. We do already have 9 shoot downs. As far as our build goes, well, Cheshire built out currently. The only major change that you would probably do is we went ahead and changed the first mod and we picked up the AA slot there. The usual main battery mod 1, you know, it's a base thing that like you pick it because there's nothing else that really is worth picking, and it does decent benefits all around. But the way we were building this ship, I felt comfortable abandoning that to get the extra range, because we're able to get with this and our commander, we're able to get the range of our AA out to like 6.7 kilometers, which is massive. So we have the AA mod in slot 1, and then I believe we have concealment and steering gears as the other 2 mod slots. And then our commander build, I'll go and put it up on the screen. We have William Tennant rocking the usual kind of Tennant build that you would expect out of a British cruiser, but we do have King, the American CV commander, as one of the inspirations, just because he also boosts the range. And if you look at the ship's AA, all of the AA, all of the zones do like 200 to 300 damage per ring. So there really isn't a need to buff damage of the AA. It is all about buffing the the range of it, because if you can get the range out there, the in-game, the fire control teams, the AA teams are gonna do the work that you need to do. Anyways, we found a nice little spot here behind this island where when that plane's up, it can see us, but when it's not, we'll be nicely hidden. Our battleship doing a decent job of taking out, and as we can see, we're over behind this island, and we are still getting shoot downs on the on those planes over there. We're still doing the job of what needs to get done as far as knocking out these planes, and that's one thing I really do like. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is this playstyle even really viable? One thing I noticed, because it took a couple games to get this, to even get a game that was like worth showing, was given the quality of teammates sometimes, I don't know if you can really plan on being a pretty much full support cruiser. It's really, really rough to do because you don't know how your team is, right? So far, we've been sitting behind this island. We've been taking the shots that we can. We've been providing cover. And our team was able to take B, but they're about to get wiped. Like, we are not going to be in a position to really push. And that's kind of Cheshire to begin with. It's a support cruiser. It doesn't do well pushing it. The armor on it is not that great. It is designed to be something that sits in the back line. And if you don't have teammates that can push in for you, even, you're just not going to win the game because you need to play the objective. And unfortunately, Cheshire can't really play the objective. The objective isn't to shoot down a bunch of airplanes, which, let's be clear, we do. We're up against a Ryuju. We've taken out 20 planes so far, I think. Like, we have effectively very much kneecapped their carrier at this point, which, hey, if that's one thing we can do, that's pretty fun. I believe it's a Ryuju, since we're in a tier 5-6 game, and those look to be Japanese planes, so that gives us Ryuju. So I believe Ryuju IRL had like 43, 48 planes that it kept in its hangar, and it could only operate like 37 at a time. And I believe by the end of this game, we kind of knocked down to 40. So in IRL, we would have taken out the entire Ryuju's air complement, which is, I think, freaking hilarious. Anyways, Algier is out here. He's starting to sail towards us. When he's sailing away, he's barely worth shooting at for us because we know he's going to be slippery. We know he's going to be agile. We know he's going to dodge. And we kind of have lofty shells. They aren't the best as far as direct path, and he can kind of easily dodge. We go ahead and throw out some torpedoes in that direction. We do have decent torp launch angles, so we can launch those things fairly forward. And Cheshire, I believe, has some pretty thick guns that should be able to overmatch most things at the tier. But Algiers, doing the right thing, angling well. So we'll try to get in a couple more shots, switching off. But I think HE is going to be the way we roll. Another squadron gets sent in against us. This carrier player not really learning his lesson as far as not going after us or going after people in our area. But to be fair, if you look at the map, the team that is left is pretty much us right here. Anyways, Algier coming in for what appears to be at first, I thought it was going to be a suicide run, since they are so much higher. They have so much, they can afford to throw stuff away at this point. Anyways, he fired his torps. We're able to really back out of it. We still got one heal left. We may go ahead and pop that relatively soon, I think, but he's going to go ahead, beach himself back here. We get one shell, and then we're kind of locked in a stalemate here because we know no matter who goes, we're both going to try to launch torpedoes at each other. But at this point, we're not going to be winning. We try the cheeky shot of like shooting through the superstructure because it looks like he won't be able to shoot us, but we can shoot him. Do a little bit of damage because he is so close that if we can get him to come around to this bend, we will be a little better off, but not by much. We're definitely not bringing home the W, just because it's Cheshire. You have to rely on your teammates when rolling in the Cheshire. That round looks like it should have taken some damage, but it didn't. Oh well. You know, you're in the Cheshire. You have to rely on your teammates to push. You can only be there to be a supportive teammate, to provide support, hit those shots at long range, take down planes that are coming in or around. And, you know, we did that job, but unfortunately, the rest of our team didn't. And not to blame them, because when it comes down to it, and I think this is one of the problems with playing support ship roles, is it a viable strategy to even roll like that? You know, you as the person are the one who can kind of change the match, who can affect the most change. You can only control yourself, and when you're in a support cruiser, your ability to affect the match is reduced by a lot, and that's, you know, kind of what happened here. But we did shoot down 40 planes, which I'm really proud of. Just thought I'd show this. Cheshire, fantastic AA, maybe not the best of the cruisers. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.